You know, this chair is so freaking squeaky. It's driving me out of my mind. Hi friends! I'm excited today to have another Amazon video for you. We're going to be talking about some really off the beaten path products that I have at my house that honestly I use a lot more than you would think. And there's a lot of stuff here that I feel like would benefit a lot of us. So should be a good video. Okay, so the things I'm going to talk about today are seriously all over the map. A lot of them have to do with, no, I'm just looking at the list. They're literally all over the map. The first thing on here is it's one of those things that I love kitchen gadgets so much. I have so many one-use things in my kitchen that a lot of people don't really like to have things that have only one use. But you know what? I don't care. This first thing sounds weird, but if you like tofu, I really love tofu. This is awesome. Now, when you get tofu, you're supposed to press it so that you get all of the water out of it. You could do this with a lot of things. You could, put paper towels underneath it and above it and put just like a pot on top or fill something just so that there's something pressing down on it. But then I found this on Amazon and I can't tell you how much I've used it. So this is a little tofu press. All you do is you put the tofu in, you can choose how much you want to press it. There's like 3 different sections. Then there's a little area underneath that catches all of the water. So it takes up no more space than a container of tofu would take up. So it's not like you have this whole big stack of, this like Jenga stack of stuff to press tofu. And it gets out so much more water and moisture out of the tofu than any other way that I've done this. So this is something that I personally love. I think that it's so cool. Yeah, it's like totally a weird item, but if you have tofu regularly, I think it's totally worth checking out. The next thing is another thing that, oh my gosh, my life revolves around these. So these are headache ice packs. When I get a headache, I'm down for the count. If I was to compare my headaches to people that maybe get migraines regularly or get cluster headaches and stuff, I'm sure mine aren't even like nearly as bad as a lot of people's, that a lot of people can get. However, for me, it's like I can't focus, I can't do anything. The one thing that always helps when I have a headache is an ice pack. So I have a ton of different ice packs in my house. These ones in particular I love because they're made for this exact reason. They're this really long, thin ice pack that has Velcro on the back, so you literally can like wrap it around your head like a headband, and then you have an ice pack right on your temples, right on your forehead. It's fantastic. These get used all of the time. Violet actually knows if I say that I have a headache, I don't even have to say anything and she'll go into the freezer and get me one of these headache ice packs. I've had her use them too. They have 2 different sides. One of the sides has kind of like a very soft fabric, and then the other side is just plastic. So if you want something that's not as intense, you use the more fabric side, and then you can flip it over if you want the much colder side. But these have been an absolute lifesaver, and they're just such a weird thing because they're not like a normal ice pack, that you'd put in a lunchbox, but I love them. Love them. The next thing is something that I'm sure a lot of people have in their homes, but I was using it the other day and I realized how often I use it. And that is a silicone jar opener. Now, if you are like me, you are apparently weak with your hands. You have weak hands. I have such a problem opening jars. We get these things at Costco, these peach cans of peaches. Violet loves peaches. And I can't open them. I literally will sit there, I will try and open them. I will like lightly tap where the jar meets the glass on the side of the counter to try and loosen it up, get like the suction away, but I can never do it. And so I remembered that I had this set of silicone jar openers. I know that in the past I've used those shelf liners that kind of have like the holes in them, and you can use that to open jars, but I just really kind of like these silicone ones. And I really think that everyone should have them in their house regardless of if you're super strong with them. I just think they're a nice thing to have. Next is an electric mop. Okay, so the floors that we have downstairs are these laminate tile things, and they're really finicky. They look like wood, but they're laminate tile. Because of this, you can't mop like you can with tile, but you also, like there's those real weird rules where you're not supposed to get them really wet. And you can't use steam mops, which was what I used on the tile before we switched the flooring. What they recommend is using like a Bona, I believe that's what it's called, and you spray it and then you use this dry mop to get the spray all over. That's fine and whatever, but it takes forever and it's annoying. So it kind of was like, what do you use? I found this really cool electric mop that has these 2 mats on them that will spin, and it works so much better at cleaning the floor than the Swiffer thing that they want me to use that's supposed to be used for this. I love this. It has just been a lot better than anything else. It's been so much better than what we were using before, which was just the dry mop, and trying to use that. It takes a lot less strength, it's a lot less exhausting, because if you have a lot of floor and you have to continue to like use that old school mop, it's annoying. It's annoying. And the next thing I put on here is a touch lamp, which sounds weird, but I have one right next to my bed and I really do love it. It's very soft light. I can't sleep with light on. It has to be super like pitch black. This touch lamp is really nice because I'll turn off all of the lights, all of the hallway lights, everything, and I know exactly how to get to it, and I just have to touch it. I don't have to find the switch or anything like that, and it's a very soft light. It isn't just super bright. It has different settings. It even has a rainbow like LED RGB setting, which is cool, but I just find that this particular one is just nice. It looks nice, it wasn't expensive, and it's just really great to be able to have that quick light, be able to just tap it on and have just enough light. You know what I mean? Just enough. Also, right next to the touch lamp is my Apple Watch charging stand. This is something that I absolutely could not live without. Anytime that I go on a trip and I travel and I have to, and I take my Apple Watch and then I just have my charger, I get sad because I just really love having this stand. This particular stand is so cool because the way that it's designed means that you just can take your watch off, and because of the magnet, it'll stick right up, and it kind of has it on an angle. And what's really cool, and something they didn't realize that the Apple Watch did until I had this stand, is that it can detect motion. So let's say that it's the middle of the night and I wake up and I reach over for my water. It detects that, and then it will turn the clock, the screen on the Apple Watch, so I can see what time it is without having to touch it or grab my phone, and then I get a bright light in my face. It'll turn it on. And I think this is so cool, and I can't tell you how many times I've woken up in the middle of the night, been like, what time is it? And kind of waved my hand in that general direction, and then the watch lights up, tells me what time it is, and there we go. So that's something that just is great, because if the watch was just flat, one, I feel like because of the way that the watch charger is, it would probably fall on the ground more often than not, just because of where I have it on my nightstand. And two, it wouldn't be on that angle, so I'd have to like get up more to see what time it is. I just like it. It makes it so I know exactly where it is, and it's sort of a routine now that I put it there when I go to sleep, and I take it up when I get up, so I always know where it is. I'm looking at this list and it's so freaking random, but I'm okay with it. The next thing, I found this recently and it's going to be a game changer for me. This is Edamame Pasta. So I love edamame. We always get at Costco, they have this bag of edamame, this huge bag, and it has all these individual portions of edamame. It's great because if I just want something to snack on, a bag of edamame is like 140 calories. You heat it up, you put salt and everything bagel seasoning, trust me, it's amazing. And then you have a snack that's low calorie, high protein, and it takes you forever to eat. It's a great thing, right? It's awesome. Last time Paul went to Costco, they were out of my edamame. I don't know if they're out of it or if they're stopping selling it, whatever. I was very sad. So went on to Amazon, because, as you do, thinking, do they sell edamame at like their Prime Now or their food one, they deliver like groceries. Didn't find it, but I found this edamame pasta. This pasta is made with 100% soybeans, and oh my gosh, it's awesome. So I've tried a couple of different faux pasta things with, I've made the zucchini one, or I've made the carrot one, or like they even have ones that I don't even know what they're made of, but they're like no calorie and it's a little weird. These ones are straight edamame, or straight soybeans. You boil them just like you would normal pasta. I believe a box of them is 4 servings, and each serving is 180 calories and 25 grams of fiber for pasta. I don't think it tastes 100% like regular pasta, but it tastes close enough that if I put a little bit of butter and salt and maybe Parmesan, I'm happy. I'm generally not a pasta person because I just generally am not a huge pasta person, but with this and knowing like this is not a lot of calories, it's a crap ton of protein, and it's good for you, but it's pretending to be pasta, I'm for it. I'm totally for it. The next thing is something I found recently, and it is a silicone, it's described as a silicone cat food mat, but what I use it for is Riley's water bowl. So I've talked about Riley's water bowl in previous Amazon videos. It is called the Slopper Stopper, and it is absolutely a necessity if you have a dog that makes a huge mess when they're drinking water. Riley would make the biggest mess, and this bowl has 100% changed that. But I still wanted it to not be on the ground. So I found this little silicone mat. It's the perfect size for her water bowl. It has a little bit of an edge, like a lip around it, so that any water that gets on it is going to stay on the mat. This is something that if you have any type of animal, I just feel like it works better than just a regular placemat or anything like that, because it has that lip, so everything is going to stay contained. Couple more here. The next thing is called, it's by a company called Mofajang, I believe, and it's this temporary hair wax. Okay, so this I haven't personally used yet. I think I've talked about it before, but I really wanted to include it on here because it is a little bit weird. Paul uses this a lot, and I'm planning to use it a lot once I change up my hair color and make it more of a blonde color, because this will be something that'll be a lot of fun. It's this pomade that is colored, and it looks like really pretty natural. So the colors that we have a purple, a silver, the silver is really cool. We have a red and a blue. And what you do is you just apply these into your hair while it's wet. It will color your hair, even the darkest hair, it will brightly color. It'll stay in until you wash it. And it does not look like chalk. It does not look like spray. It looks real and it looks believable. And so Paul uses it a lot when he feels like he wants to change up his hair. He uses the purple one, and it has this really cool burgundy kind of aspect to it. The silver is super, super bright, and it's just like applying any kind of pomade or any kind of gel wax to your hair. So I'm really excited to play with it. I've seen some girls use it that have curly hair, and it looks so, 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 so cool. But I just haven't used it yet, just because the colors we have, I don't really know if they would vibe well with, maybe the blue would. I don't know, maybe I'll try it next time. I just know how well it works for him, and I know once my hair is lighter, I'm definitely gonna use it a lot. And then last but certainly not least is this Penetrex Pain Relief Cream. So I have a lot of pain and like tenseness in my shoulders and in my neck, like back of my shoulders and in my neck. And it's something that anytime I get a massage, which I have not in a while, that's going to be like, that's all I want for Christmas, is just like a 2-hour massage where they just beat me up and it hurts, but I leave on a better path. Literally, they will spend the entire time just right here. Like, I'll be laying up and the whole time is right here, and every single time it's just, oh my god, wow, this is really tense. Like, they just can't stop commenting on how my entire neck and back is just a pretzel. Really fun. This cream is the only cream I have found that actually successfully helps to make this pain diminish significantly. Most of the time when I find these muscle relaxing creams and stuff like that, it either has a really gross smell or it's got like icy hot feels, but this one is nice because there's no smell, there's no weird tingliness, there's no heat, it just helps. So what I will do is I'll take a good amount and I'll put it on my neck, I'll put it on like the back of my shoulder and really make sure that it's in there, and then I will go in with my weird massage tool thing that I will also link to. It's like this S-shaped thing so that you can get your back without needing somebody's help. It's actually really helpful, but the thing does hurt. Because I mean, if you think about it, when you're getting a massage, like the real goal shouldn't be that it's relaxing. The point of it is to break up all of these knots in your muscles. So using this cream first helps to kind of relax everything. It helps to make that so it doesn't hurt as much, and then I can get in there and start to work out those muscles. Still hurts a lot. I definitely need like professional help at this point, but if you have any muscle pain, I think this is a good thing to have. It really has helped me a lot, and my mom, who has so many neck and back issues, said that it also worked really well for her when she has trouble finding things that work for her. Whew. Okay, I think that's all on my list. I was trying to go through my Amazon account and look for different things, but I think it's one of those things where I just have to like look around my house and be like, what do I use that I didn't think I would use? But that's all for now. I'm sure we'll do another video like this relatively soon because, you know, it's Amazon. Always am doing stuff like that. And I will see you later.